Hi everybody, welcome to YSCOM Driving. Today we are looking at this beautiful Jaguar I-Pace. It happens to be Jaguar's first battery electric vehicle. The Jaguar I-Pace is built on a battery electric vehicle only platform, which means the batteries are placed on the floorboard between the front and rear wheels. So there's a total of 90 kilowatt hour battery, and the total power is 400 horsepower, split equally between the front and rear. Yes, there are two motors, one at the front with 200 horsepower and another one driving the rear wheels with another 200 horsepower. Total torque is an unbelievable 696 Newton meters. Think of all that power, man. Okay, the overall length is 4682 mm, which is in keeping with the D segment size of vehicle. But one thing you'll notice is there is a very large or rather long wheelbase, and that's because, like all electric cars, they need to put the batteries at the bottom. And because it's a 90 kilowatt hour battery, you need all that space in between, and that is why you have a wheelbase of 2990. And as a result, you'll find that the front wheels are very close to the front and the rear wheels are very close to the back of the car, so there's hardly any overhang. The one advantage of this, of course, is that with the four wheels at the corner of the car, it will handle very well. And the height is 1566, so it is quite low for a SUV. But inside there's a lot of space because the width is 1895 mm. So overall you see a very low slung car that's very Jaguar and lots of interior space. And this is the charging port. So it takes a mere 20 odd minutes to charge this from 0 to 80 with a 100 kilowatt DC charger. Okay, so for a change, we look at the rear end of the car first. We see a very nice looking rear spoiler, and this also helps to keep the sun off your back in the afternoon. And over here you have a little lip, and of course these are sequential signal lights. They go that way as you signal, and down here you have a diffuser to help with the aerodynamics. There's no exhaust pipe, by the way. Electric cars have no exhaust. Okay, let's have a look at the boot. Of course, it's got electrical opening. You have 40, 20, 40 rear folding down seats, and here's a surprise. This is a tapao hook, and there's another one this side. Okay, very thoughtful of them. This umbrella came with the car. Not sure if you get one if you buy one. And here is a little compartment at the back for you to put small stuff. And basically there is no spare tire. You get a tire repair kit. Tonneau cover that is one piece and is attached to the lid, opening and closing, and you can stop. And of course, this is the Jaguar logo. Okay, let's have a look at the front. I don't have to do this. That's here on the key, and it opens. Yes. So there's nothing much in the front because the motor is down there and it's all covered. There is this little cubby hole here which people now call a frunk because it's a front trunk, and this one houses the emergency charging cable. because you also have these two struts here to hold up the bonnet and double lock for the bonnet. And here's the interesting thing. There's the little hole that actually joins here and it goes through. Can you see me? Hello? Yeah, so this part is supposed to help with the aerodynamics. There you are. Looking at it from the front, you see LED headlights and it looks rather low slung. It is very much a Jaguar because they have put in what looks like a grille, but actually guys, there is no grille. It's just some pattern here, and there is a little slat here that actually allows air to go in, but it is automatically closed when you go fast because that helps the aerodynamics. When you're going slow, it allows air to go in to cool the system. So now let's get inside the car. Okay, so first off, the interior really looks classy, starting with these special sports seats with the Jaguar emblem here. And you notice there are no headrests, so this is like a semi-bucket and it's electrically controlled for both driver and co-driver. And there's an added bonus here. These wings can be adjusted to hold you in your seat, and they can be quite good because they're quite deep, so when you're driving fast it really helps to have these seats. Okay, let's get inside here and we're going to start, not the engine, just start the vehicle. Basically we just turn on the switch and it's a very hot day, so first thing we must do is get the aircon. Okay, there are seven speeds for the aircon, and this one says the heater is on. When you turn off the heater,
the power button
where's the
on top?
Okay, so we've turned off the heater. So there's a heater that comes with this seat, but let's cool down the car for a few seconds. Okay, first of all, I must say that the Jaguar is a Jaguar. It really looks great. All Jaguars have looked great, and this instrument and front fascia is no different. Of course, it's now upgraded. You get a lot of piano black. There's a screen here, and you have all the things here you want to have. There's navigation. There's also Valet mode, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Eco data to tell you how you're doing in your eco driving, your history, and also you can connect your phone, and there's also a view for your cameras. And of course, the most important part here is the EV monitor that tells you you have a predicted range of 306 kilometers left, and also you have 82% of battery power, and your EV range is 245 kilometers. Other than that, you have instrument panel here, and you can actually change the panel view to single meter or double meter. So I have opted for double meters, and it's all done through here. A bit complicated, so we won't go too much into it. No paddle shifters, but there is also dial here for you to adjust your what you call regen rate, and there's only two rates, high or low. To get a very normal car feel, what you need to do is just put it on low and it will be just like any normal car. Steering wheel is about 13 inches, very nice and sporty. Adjustment is not electrical, yeah, it's mechanical, up and down and in and out. And signal, Continental. This side is the signal, and over here you have your safety features. This is your dynamic radar cruise control. Yes, it's got dynamic radar cruise control, it's got emergency braking, it's got blind spot monitor, and it's got lane departure warning and lane keep assist, and driver attention alert. So it's got the full features. And Steering is, of course, electric. The whole car is electric, yeah. And down here you have your start stop button. There's no engine. Basically what you're doing is turning on the battery and then everything is go. And then you can put your car into gear and it goes. And then you have your seat. Seat comes with heater and ventilator. And on the right here is your driving buttons. Drive, neutral, reverse and park. That's all, nothing else, yeah. Because it's one single gear. Once you put it into drive, you use your throttle to control it or your brakes to stop it. That's it. Then over here you have, this is your driving mode. There are eco mode. Then there's another one other than eco. There's for rain, ice and snow. That starts you off with a low torque so that you don't wheel spin. Then after that you have comfort mode, and the final one is dynamic mode. That's all. And here you have traction control off. Well, I turned it off, but it doesn't fully go off. It still activates, and this car is really safe. It activates it quite easily. So yeah, maybe I drove a bit too hard for the car, but yes, for people who are normal people, it will be a very good aid because it really keeps you safe. Yeah. And driving, you got 50-50 split front and back, but they also have brake torque vectoring to help you corner. Down here there is a wireless phone charger, little cubby hole for you to keep your keys, and here you have your drink holder and your little console here that has got the type C. Oh, there's a nano SIM. Yes. Oh, there's connectivity. You can connect this car to the internet. Yes, and they have a USB and a 12-volt charging port. As for driving the car, please watch our Genting Drive video. So in terms of airbags, there are 6. So this car is quite safe. In terms of sound system, they have a Meridian surround sound for the top spec, and for the lower spec is just the Meridian sound system. Okay, let's get into the rear seat, and there is plenty of space. First of all, this panoramic roof gives you a very nice sense of well-being and high visibility. So it's totally glass, but it's treated for UV protection, yeah. In terms of legroom, there is plenty. This seat is set to my normal driving position, and there is actually about 11 inches of knee room here, and of course there's that little cubby hole for you to put your shoes inside. For speakers, there's speakers on the door panel, and the rear aircon louvers are on the B pillar, so the rear passengers also get some of the aircon. So in terms of rear amenities, you have a 12-volt car socket and 2 Type-C USB ports, and these are the seat heaters. No, you don't want the seat heaters off. Yeah, they're just seat heaters. In terms of seating capacity, the rear seats are made for 3 people, but honestly speaking, if you have just 2 people, it'll be more comfortable. Yes, you can put the third person inside here because there is a third seat belt, but it's much better if you had just 2 lah, and use this as a armrest and your drink holder. Nice. Along the sides, you get 20-inch wheels. These are Goodyear normal SUV tires. This version comes with air suspension. The one without air suspension is 30,000 ringgit lower, and some people like it without and some people like it with. Brakes are 350 mm, ventilated and with a single floating caliper. I had some concerns about the brakes, but believe me, I've taken this car up Genting and they work fine. Over along the sides, you have, of course, the folding mirror, which opens when you unlock the car, conceal handles, and at the back you have a smaller disc, also ventilated, and a single floating caliper. The rear suspension is a multi-link, but you will notice from this car they use a lot of aluminium to keep the weight down, and of course for the suspension it keeps the unsprung weight lower, and that lends itself to better handling. And also for your information, the body is made of aluminum. Alright guys, that's our very quick take on the Jaguar I-Pace. This is the top of two variants, which comes with the air suspension and the sport seats, and it retails at 498,888,000 Malaysian ringgit. It is at this price because there is a tax holiday on import duties for electric cars, so now is the best time to buy a Jaguar, if there was ever a good time to buy a Jaguar. So guys, take advantage of this and go and get yourself one. So anyway, thanks for watching, and till we meet again in the next video. Bye bye.